What were medieval siege engines and how did they work? Imagine a castle surrounded by enemies, and the defenders inside are safe behind thick stone walls. How did attackers break through those defenses? That's where medieval siege engines come into play. These machines were the heavy artillery of their time, designed to crack open castles and fortified towns. They were essential tools in warfare from the 11th to the 15th centuries, when castles with high walls and deep moats became common. Their main goal was to overcome defenses that couldn't be breached by just attacking with soldiers alone. Siege engines worked by either smashing walls, hurling projectiles over defenses, or creating safe pathways for troops to enter. One of the most famous siege engines was the Trebuchet. It was a giant catapult powered by a heavy counterweight. When the counterweight dropped, a long arm swung forward, launching stones or fireballs over great distances. Trebuchets could throw projectiles weighing between 50 and 150 kilograms, enough to damage walls or start fires inside the castle. They appeared in Europe around the 12th century and were considered some of the most powerful siege machines before gunpowder weapons arrived. Another common device was the catapult, which included types like the mangonel and onager. These used twisted ropes or torsion to store energy. When released, they hurled stones or incendiary devices at enemy walls. The mangonel used a twisting rope system to generate power, while the onager had a single arm with a sling to launch projectiles. These machines battered walls or set fire to wooden structures inside fortresses. The ballista was like a giant crossbow. It fired large bolts or heavy arrows with high accuracy. While it wasn't great for smashing stone walls, it was excellent for targeting soldiers on the battlements or defending the castle from within. Siege engines also included battering rams. These were massive beams, sometimes covered with a protective roof, mounted on wheels. Soldiers swung or pushed them repeatedly against gates or walls to break them down physically. The rams could be up to 10 meters long and made of solid wood, sometimes reinforced with metal. Siege towers were another key tool. These tall wooden structures had wheels and could be moved close to the castle walls. Soldiers inside could climb to the top and cross onto the battlements, engaging defenders directly. These towers often had shields or coverings to protect the troops from arrows and fire. Building and operating these machines required skilled craftsmen and a lot of manpower. Large crews worked for days or weeks to construct and transport them. Sometimes, multiple siege engines were used together, along with tactics like digging tunnels underneath walls to cause collapses or blocking gates to starve defenders. Fire projectiles filled with pitch or animal fat added chaos and destruction inside the fortifications. In the end, medieval siege engines were complex, powerful machines that combined engineering skill with military strategy. They played a vital role in the conflicts of the time, helping armies take control of key castles and cities. These machines changed the way wars were fought and shaped the history of medieval Europe.